Triple H and the WWE have dropped a huge announcement today. Plus, we got to talk about it. A former TNA star who's been in WWE for a long time hasn't been on TV in a long time, and now he's set to return. And yes, we are going to talk about a WWE legend who has shut down AEW. It's all coming up right here, right now on The Angle Show. Yes. Welcome back to TAS. Let's kick things off with Trish Stratus. That's right, Trish Stratus did an interview with Sports Illustrated. Rick Ucchino, what a great guy. She discussed her return to WWE, and I thought it was a very, very interesting read. I'm going to put the article in the description down below, but there was something that I wanted to talk about because she highlighted whether or not a money match could pull her into another company. And obviously, we know the other company would be AEW, especially because she wanted to have a match with Mercedes Moné. That's on record. She says, no, I am really a WWE girl all the way. I really am. There is no timetable set for Trish's return to the WWE. There have been rumors that WWE would look to bring in Trish Stratus again. They were very pleased with her last time. However, at this time, there is no set time for her to return, and she is shutting down the possibility of going to AEW. Now, I don't know if AEW actually made any overtures to her. I don't know if she ever reached out to them or if they ever reached out to her, but she is saying publicly that she waves the WWE flag, which is really interesting because, at this point in her career, I know Trish is obviously doing other things outside of professional wrestling, but there is a lot of money that could be made within AEW. It could be pretty damn beneficial for AEW to bring in somebody like Trish Stratus because the women's division could benefit from having some sort of program with her. But at the end of the day, this doesn't shock me at all in the slightest. Now, the real question is, would WWE bring back Trish Stratus? And there's been rumors that they might bring her back and Lita. But the way that I kind of look at it for Trish is that if she were to, in fact, come back to WWE, obviously she has to be there to put more young talent over. And I know this gets kind of crazy, but WWE has the Intercontinental Championship and the Women's United States Championship. And, during Trish's era in the WWE, they didn't have that. The women didn't have mid-card titles. They barely got time even with their Women's World Championship. So I actually would not be against the idea of certain female legends coming back to the WWE to carry a mid-card title, having a big program for WrestleMania, only to put over somebody up and coming. I think there would be a lot of fun in that. If Trish were to come back and have a program with like Dakota Kai or Io Sky or, Chelsea Green, for example, and then the Women's United States Championship was in there on the line. Not only does it give the women's mid-cards a feeling of importance, but then you put it at WrestleMania, it makes it even feel more important. And if Chelsea Green were to go over Trish Stratus, that would be really, really huge. So I would actually kind of like that. Jeremy Borash is back in WWE. Well, hold on. He's been in WWE. He's been working closely with Triple H and William Regal and everybody down there behind the scenes, and he's been doing this for a while. But now it appears he's got a commentary gig. PWInsider.com has reported that Vic Joseph and Jeremy Borash were at the commentary table for WWE LFG. Borash has obviously worked for WWE behind the scenes the last few years. His current role in the company is Senior Director of Content and Development, and he actually works directly with Shawn Michaels on the NXT brand. However, WWE decided to put him at the commentary desk, which is really, really cool. We know in TNA he served as a backstage interviewer. We saw him as a play-by-play commentator at times. He had a role behind the scenes with TNA at times. Jeremy Borash, guys, this is one of my favorites. This is truly one of my favorites. And, I really have a lot of respect for Jeremy Borash. I know when he left TNA and when he left Impact or whatever, it was a very big shock for me. This guy you might not see a lot of talk about him on social media because he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but there's been lots of talks about WWE vignettes, whether it's on NXT or the main roster. And there's been a lot of talk that Jeremy Borash has contributed a lot to those visions being made. So I'm very, very happy about Jeremy Borash being in a situation where now we could see him on the screen. Who knows what this leads to long term? Obviously he's doing things behind the scenes and those are more important than him being on commentary. But with him being a voice on WWE LFG, I'm excited. I wasn't necessarily too excited about the concept of the show, and then I start to see the tapings, and I talked about it earlier on today's video with Elijah Holyfield, having an impressive debut. WWE LFG could be something really exciting, and it could be really, really good content for WWE. And, having a fresh voice like Jeremy Borash is great. I think, he's a talented guy. He's got a great voice. So it makes me even more excited to see what they're doing with this show. Whether the show is a success or not, I can't sit here and tell you guys yes or no. We haven't seen an episode. I can only go off of what I heard about the tapings, which I heard they were really, really good. I don't know if this show is replacing NXT Level Up. Sounds like it could be. But hey, at least Jeremy Borash is at the commentary desk. Would love to see him go full time with WWE as a backstage interviewer or as a commentator on the main roster, but that seems very unlikely. Triple H has made an insane announcement today. It's finally happening, guys. Triple H posted a video on social media that WWE has announced for one night only, Saturday night main event. Cody Rhodes is bringing back the Winged Eagle Championship belt. It's coming back Saturday, and I'm so excited about this because WWE is going all out with the retro presentation of Saturday night's main event. Wrestlers will not be entering through a Titantron or a ramp. I mean, this is going to be very bare bones of a special. Cody Rhodes bringing the WWE Winged Eagle belt back is just super exciting, super cool. We've thought for a long time that it would happen. Now it's happening. Triple H says in the video it's one time only. I think we all need to ask Triple H to reconsider that. I think Cody Rhodes needs to keep that belt with him because it is a very, very good looking belt. And I'm super excited just to see what WWE is doing here with Saturday night's main event because it is very clear that they're taking this show seriously. And I'm so glad they're taking it seriously because sometimes I feel like when you do additional shows like this, sometimes you don't. And for Cody Rhodes to have that opportunity to come out with the Winged Eagle belt is really cool. This video was really cool in general. I'm excited to see how they go about it. I'm excited to see what WWE has in store for us. And I just really hope, the one thing I really hope for here is that WWE does something to impress us, whether it's a title change or a really shocker, like a big shocking moment, just something that makes it feel even more like a PLE because the card itself already feels like a PLE. It's a very stacked card. And for them to announce this and for them to reveal this just a couple days before tells me that WWE is truly all in on selling this event as a big one. And that's really cool, and I think for Cody Rhodes finally having that belt with him at one point, he's talked about it, that he would like to do it. I'm really excited that he'll be able to do it. Hopefully it's more for than one time, but obviously Triple H says it's one night only. So maybe we shouldn't get too excited. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Angle Show.